Family Matters. 1989 to 1998 was a beloved sitcom that captured hearts with the Winslow family and the unforgettable Steve Urkel. Blending humor, warmth, and life lessons, it became a staple of 90s television. Decades later, fans remain curious about the cast where their careers took them, who stayed in the spotlight, and who chose quieter lives. Some stars continue to shine in Hollywood, while others are remembered fondly after their passing. Here's a look at the Family Matters cast then and now. Kelly Shania Williams first appeared as Laura Winslow in Family Matters 1989 at the age of 13, taking on the role of the intelligent, outspoken, and independent middle child of the Winslow family. Laura's sharp wit, academic drive, and fiery personality made her a central character throughout the show's run. She often clashed with Steve Urkel, who pursued her relentlessly with his awkward charm and grand gestures. While Laura initially rejected him with exasperation and humor, her relationship with Urkel evolved into one of the series' most enduring storylines, symbolizing patience, loyalty, and unexpected love. Laura also served as a role model for young viewers, balancing school friendships and personal growth while navigating the challenges of adolescence under her parents' guidance. Williams brought warmth and relatability to the character, making Laura both inspiring and realistically flawed. After the series, Williams continued acting with roles in shows such as What About Joan and the Parkers, but she also turned her focus toward community work, launching the Kelly Williams programs to provide arts opportunities for young people in Washington, D.C. Her dedication to education and youth empowerment demonstrated her commitment to making a positive impact beyond Hollywood. In her personal life, Williams married Hannibal Jackson in 2009, and together they have 2 children, embracing a family-centered lifestyle while occasionally returning to the spotlight. She has remained an admired figure among fans of the show, cherished for her role in shaping one of television's most iconic families. As of 2025, Kelly Shania Williams is 49 years old. Reginald VelJohnson portrayed Carl Winslow in Family Matters 1989 when he was 37 years old, bringing to life the heart and soul of the Winslow household. Carl was a proud Chicago police officer whose life revolved around protecting both his city and his family. Often caught between the demands of his job and the chaos at home, Carl faced constant challenges, whether it was his son, Eddie's teenage mischief, Laura's sharp wit, or the never-ending intrusions of their eccentric neighbor Steve Urkel. His booming voice, comedic frustration, and genuine moments of tenderness made him one of the most memorable sitcom fathers of the era. Though he often tried to keep order in the household, Carl's humor, patience, and moral lessons ultimately grounded the show, ensuring the Winslows remained a relatable family despite their larger-than-life neighbor. VelJohnson's chemistry with Jaleel White as Urkel became iconic as Carl's exasperated catchphrases and sighs highlighted both the irritation and affection he felt toward the boy who became like family. Outside of Family Matters, VelJohnson carved out an enduring Hollywood career. He is best remembered for playing Sergeant Al Powell in Die Hard 1988 and Die Hard 2 1990, where his warmth and grounded performance won over fans. He appeared in numerous television shows such as Heart of Dixie Mike and Molly and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, often cast in roles that reflected his fatherly authority and comic timing. Despite his fame, VelJohnson has always kept his personal life private, rarely speaking about relationships or family. His professionalism and consistent presence on screen have made him a respected figure in American television and film history. As of 2025, Reginald VelJohnson is 73 years old. Jaleel White joined Family Matters in 1989 at the age of 13, playing Steve Urkel, a character who began as a one-time guest appearance, but quickly became the show's breakout star and cultural phenomenon. Urkel, with his oversized glasses, suspenders, nasal voice, and iconic catchphrase, "Did I do?" That was the epitome of the nerd archetype. Though clumsy and accident-prone, his unshakable optimism, loyalty, and deep affection for Laura Winslow made him endearing to audiences. Over the years, Urkel's persistence and genius-level intelligence led to countless comedic inventions, from his transformation chamber to time travel devices, pushing the series into wild storylines that kept it fresh. Despite frustrating the Winslows, particularly Carl, his kind heart made him part of the family. White's portrayal turned Urkel into a television legend, earning him fame far beyond the series. After Family Matters, White built a diverse career in both acting and voice work, including voicing Sonic the Hedgehog in animated series during the 1990s, and later appearing in shows like Dreamgirls 2006, The Game and Me, Myself and I. He has also worked as a writer and producer, maintaining his presence in Hollywood. In his personal life, White is the father of one daughter, Samaya, and has spoken openly about balancing fatherhood with his career. As of 2025, Jaleel White is 48 years old. Darius McCrary played Eddie Winslow in Family Matters 1989 when he was just 13 years old, growing up in front of audiences as the eldest son of Carl and Harriet Winslow. Eddie began as a lighthearted character, the typical teenager who loved basketball girls and mischief. But over the years, he developed into a more complex young man, navigating the difficulties of adulthood. His storylines ranged from facing peer pressure, struggling with grades, learning responsibility, and dealing with relationships to ultimately building a closer bond with his father, Carl, who guided him with tough love and wisdom. Eddie also shared a humorous but often frustrating friendship with Steve Urkel, who meddled in nearly every aspect of his teenage life, creating endless comedic moments. McCrary's natural charm and energy helped Eddie evolve from a carefree boy to a grounded man, giving depth to the family dynamic. Beyond the series, McCrary built a career in both acting and music. He appeared in films like Mississippi Burning 1988 and Freedom 2007, and voiced Jazz in the blockbuster Transformers 2007. On television, he had recurring roles in The Young and the Restless, and appeared in guest spots across numerous shows. Alongside acting, he pursued a music career as an R&B singer and worked as a producer. His personal life has been more turbulent, with several marriages and legal disputes making headlines, though he has also been known for philanthropic efforts. McCrary is the father of one daughter, Zoe, and remains active in the entertainment industry. As of 2025, Darius McCrary is 49 years old. Rosetta Lenoir played Estelle Mother Winslow in Family Matters 1989 when she was 78 years old, bringing grace, humor, and wisdom to the role of Carl's mother. As the matriarch of the Winslow clan, Estelle was often the voice of reason in the family, offering guidance to Carl, Harriet, and the children with her gentle spirit and sharp wit. She frequently defended Steve Urkel when others dismissed him, seeing his good heart and reminding the family of the importance of kindness and acceptance. Estelle's presence gave the Winslow home a multi-generational warmth that reflected real family life, and her character often delivered poignant lessons that grounded the comedy in heartfelt moments. Beyond her sitcom role, Rosetta Lenoir had an accomplished career on stage and screen. She appeared in films such as Cotton Comes to Harlem 1970 and worked extensively in theater, but perhaps her greatest legacy was as a producer and arts advocate. She founded the Amos Repertory Theater in New York City, a pioneering multicultural company that promoted diversity in the performing arts, for which she received the National Medal of Arts. In her personal life, she was known for her mentorship and community activism, shaping opportunities for younger generations of performers. Rosetta Lenoir passed away on March 17, 2002 at the age of 90 due to complications from diabetes, leaving behind a legacy as both an actress and a champion of inclusivity in the arts. Sean Harrison first appeared on Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 16, playing Waldo Geraldo Faldo, Eddie Winslow's best friend and one of the series' most beloved side characters. Waldo was known for his dim-witted nature and hilarious misunderstandings, often delivering nonsensical lines that became memorable punchlines. Despite his lack of academic success or common sense, Waldo had a sweet and loyal heart, always standing by his friends, and eventually revealing hidden talents such as cooking, which gave his character surprising depth. His relationship with Maxine, Laura's best friend, added another layer to his development, showing his capacity for affection and growth beyond his comic persona. Harrison's portrayal made Waldo one of television's great lovable fools, cementing his place in sitcom history. After Family Matters, Harrison continued working in television with guest roles in shows like Moshe and Girlfriends, while also pursuing work behind the camera. He later lent his voice to various animated series, showcasing his versatility as a performer. Though not as consistently in the public eye as some of his co-stars, Harrison remains a respected figure among fans for his unforgettable role. He has kept his personal life private, focusing instead on his creative projects. As of 2025, Sean Harrison is 51 years old. Jo Marie Payton portrayed Harriet Winslow in Family Matters 1989 when she was 39 years old, reprising a role she originally introduced on the sitcom Perfect Strangers. Harriet was the strong-willed, outspoken, and loving matriarch of the Winslow family, providing the foundation of wisdom and warmth around which the household revolved. She balanced a career as an elevator operator with managing her family, often stepping in to mediate conflicts between Carl, Eddie, and Laura, while serving as a mother figure even to Steve Urkel, despite her frequent exasperation with his antics. Harriet's blend of humor, toughness, and compassion made her one of television's most memorable sitcom mothers. Jo Marie Payton left the series in its final season, though her presence remained a defining part of the show's legacy. Beyond Family Matters. Payton enjoyed a long television career appearing in Will and Grace Desperate Housewives and Moshe, while also lending her voice to Sugar Mama in The Proud Family, a role that became another fan favorite. She has been recognized for her pioneering presence as a strong African-American woman on television, inspiring future sitcoms. In her personal life, Payton has been married multiple times and has one daughter, Chantal France. She has remained active in entertainment and community projects, continuing to make appearances that honor the Winslow legacy. As of 2025, Jo Marie Payton is 75 years old. Thelma Hopkins debuted as Rachel Crawford in Family Matters 1989 when she was 41 years old, portraying Harriet Winslow's widowed sister and the loving mother of Richie. Rachel was a strong, independent woman who brought both humor and heart to the Winslow household. Her journey as a single mother highlighted themes of resilience and family support, while her ventures into entrepreneurship, most notably opening Rachel's Place, a neighborhood diner, showcased her determination and resourcefulness. Rachel often provided comic relief with her wit and sass, yet she also delivered emotional depth in storylines dealing with grief and moving forward after the death of her husband. Thelma Hopkins was already well known before Family Matters as a member of the 1970s pop group Tony Orlando and Dawn, with hits like Knock 3 Times and Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. Transitioning into acting, she became a sitcom staple with roles in Bosom Buddies' Gimme a Break, and later, Half and Half. Hopkins also appeared in films such as The Love Guru 2008 and continued to make TV guest appearances well into the 2010s. In her personal life, she has kept details private but is known to have one child. Celebrated for her comedic timing and rich television legacy, Hopkins remains a beloved figure in entertainment. As of 2025, Thelma Hopkins is 76 years old. Bryton James joined Family Matters in 1990 at just 4 years old, portraying Richie Crawford, the young son of Rachel Crawford, and nephew to Harriet and Carl Winslow. Richie grew up on screen before the audience's eyes, providing both comic relief and tender family moments. As a child character, he was often the source of adorable mischief, innocent questions, and heartwarming exchanges that balanced the show's more outrageous storylines. He developed a sweet friendship with Steve Urkel, who often treated him like a little brother, and his presence added another layer to the Winslow family dynamic. Bryton James used this early exposure as a springboard to a long-lasting acting career. He became best known for his role as Devon Hamilton on The Young and the Restless, a part he has played since 2004, earning multiple Daytime Emmy Awards and solidifying his place as a staple of daytime television. James also pursued voice acting, lending his talents to animated series such as Young Justice and Star Wars Rebels. Off-screen, he has been noted for his charitable efforts and commitment to giving back to the community, co-founding charitable organizations for children in need. He married actress Brittany Sarpy in 2019, although the couple later separated, and he has since continued focusing on his work in television. As of 2025, Bryton James is 39 years old. Cherie Johnson joined Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 14, playing Maxine Johnson, Laura Winslow's loyal best friend. Maxine was outspoken, confident, and always ready with witty commentary, often encouraging Laura to take risks in love and life, while also navigating her own teenage misadventures. She became a key part of the show's younger cast, adding depth to Laura's storylines and forming a memorable on-screen romance with Waldo Geraldo Faldo, whose dim-witted charm contrasted hilariously with Maxine's sharp personality. Johnson's chemistry with Kelly Shaneen Williams gave authenticity to the portrayal of enduring teenage friendship, making Maxine an audience favorite. Outside the series, Cherie Johnson was already recognized for her role as Punky Brewster's best friend Cherie on the beloved 1980s sitcom. She later expanded her career as a producer, writer, and novelist, penning books such as Two Different Walks of Life. Johnson also became known for her advocacy speaking out on issues affecting young women and the African American community. She has one daughter and has remained a voice for empowerment while continuing to appear in independent projects. Her work both on and off screen has made her a respected presence in the industry. As of 2025, Cherie Johnson is 49 years old. Jamie Foxworth was just 9 years old when she began portraying Judy Winslow in Family Matters 1989, the youngest daughter of Carl and Harriet. Initially part of the Winslow household dynamic, Judy's character faded over time, and by the fourth season she was written out without explanation, creating one of television's most infamous disappearances. While she did not get the long-term story arcs of her siblings, Laura and Eddie Judy contributed to the early family humor sibling rivalry and childhood innocence of the Winslow's first years on screen. Off-screen, Jamie Foxworth faced a challenging path after leaving the show. Struggling with the abrupt end to her role, she pursued modeling and later music, forming an R&B group with her sisters called SHE. However, she became better known for personal struggles, including financial hardships and a brief turn in the adult entertainment industry, which she later left behind. With resilience, she rebuilt her life, appearing on Oprah to speak about her experiences and becoming an advocate for second chances. Foxworth eventually found stability focusing on family and raising her son Michael. Though her Hollywood career was marked by ups and downs, she remains remembered as part of the original Winslow children and a symbol of the challenges child actors often face. As of 2025, Jamie Foxworth is 45 years old. Mari Morrow joined Family Matters in 1992 at the age of 24, playing Onisha Eddie Winslow's fun-loving and stylish girlfriend. Onisha's character injected youthful energy, sass, and humor into the series, often sparking laughter with her bold personality and playful banter with Eddie. Her presence brought out new sides of Eddie's character, highlighting his journey through teenage romance responsibility and the ups and downs of young love. Although she was not a main member of the Winslow family, Onisha represented the extended network of friends and relationships that kept the show's world vibrant and relatable for younger audiences. Off-screen, Mari Morrow has had a diverse career across television, film, and even real estate. She appeared on soap operas like One Life to Live and had comedic roles on shows such as Living Single, The Parkers, and The Jamie Foxx Show. In film, she gained recognition for roles in Children of the Corn to 3 Urban Harvest, 1995 Def Jam's How to Be a Player, 1997 and Uninvited Guest 1999, establishing herself as a versatile actress who could balance comedy, romance, and suspense. Outside of acting, she has also built a successful career as a real estate agent in Los Angeles, reflecting her entrepreneurial spirit. Morrow has been married once and is a mother, skillfully balancing family and career. As of 2025, Mari Morrow is 57 years old. Michelle Thomas joined Family Matters in 1993 at the age of 25, portraying Myra Monkhouse, the charming and persistent girlfriend of Steve Urkel. Introduced as Laura Winslow's rival for Steve's affections, Myra was sweet, affectionate, and completely devoted to Urkel, though her obsessive love often created tension and comedic conflict. While Laura struggled to tolerate Steve, Myra embraced every eccentricity from his inventions to his clumsy devotion. Her character added complexity to the show's central love triangle, highlighting themes of loyalty, self-worth, and unrequited love. Thomas's performance brought both humor and vulnerability, making Myra one of the series' most memorable supporting characters. Beyond Family Matters, Michelle Thomas was known for her role as Justine Phillips on The Cosby Show, and as Callie Rogers on The Young and the Restless. She was admired for her warmth, talent, and grace in all her roles. Her life, however, was tragically cut short by a rare form of stomach cancer, and she passed away on December 22nd, 1998, at the age of 30, surrounded by her family and close friends. Garcelle Beauvais appeared in Family Matters in 1991 at the age of 25, playing a character simply named Garcelle. Though her role was relatively brief, she stood out as a fashionable and confident young woman who caught attention in the Winslow circle. Her charm and charisma made her presence memorable, reflecting the kind of guest characters who brought freshness and variety to the long-running sitcom. Beyond Family Matters, Beauvais became one of the most successful Haitian-American actresses in Hollywood. She gained widespread recognition on The Jamie Foxx Show 1996-2001 as Francesca Fancy Monroe, and later on NYPD Blue as Assistant District Attorney Valerie Haywood. Her film credits include Coming to America, 1988, its sequel Coming to America, 2021, and White House Down, 2013. She also made history as the first Black cast member of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, showing her versatility in both scripted and reality television. Outside of acting, Beauvais has worked as a model, gracing the covers of magazines and appearing in high-profile campaigns. She has been married twice and is a proud mother of 3 sons. In recent years, she has also become a talk show host and author, continuing to inspire with her multifaceted career. As of 2025, Garcelle Beauvais is 58 years old. Barry Jenner appeared in Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 49, portraying Lieutenant Lou Murtaugh, Carl Winslow's strict and demanding superior at the Chicago Police Department. Murtaugh was a by-the-book officer whose stern approach to leadership frequently clashed with Carl's more compassionate and family-oriented nature. Their interactions provided not only comedic friction, but also a realistic look into the challenges of balancing professionalism with personal values. Jenner's commanding presence made Murtaugh a memorable recurring character, representing the professional pressures Carl faced outside of the Winslow household. Beyond Family Matters, Barry Jenner built a strong career in television. He became widely known to Star Trek fans for his recurring role as Admiral William Ross in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, appearing in multiple episodes during the late 1990s. He also had notable roles in Dallas Knots Landing Falcon Crest, and appeared as a guest star in numerous TV dramas and sitcoms. Off-screen, Jenner was described as warm, witty, and deeply dedicated to his craft. He was married to actress Suzanne Hunt, and maintained an active presence in stage productions as well as television. Sadly, Barry Jenner passed away on August 9, 2016, at the age of 75 after battling leukemia, leaving behind a lasting legacy across both dramatic and science fiction television. Dick O'Neill appeared in Family Matters in 1996 at the age of 68, playing Commissioner Geist, the authoritative police official who occasionally oversaw Carl Winslow's work. With his gruff voice and no-nonsense demeanor, Geist embodied the seasoned cop archetype, adding gravity and realism to the police-centered storylines. Though not a long-term character, he represented the higher ranks of law enforcement, reminding Carl of the chain of command and the bureaucratic challenges of his profession. O'Neill's brief presence added texture to the Winslow world by expanding Carl's professional environment beyond the home and precinct. In real life, Dick O'Neill was a prolific character actor whose career spanned decades. He appeared in films like The Jerk 1979, Parisi's Honor 1985, and The Mosquito Coast 1986, while his television credits included guest spots on classics such as M.C.O.Ch., Murder, She Wrote, and Cagney and Lacey. Known for portraying working-class figures, police officers, and authority figures, he became one of those familiar faces that defined an era of American television and film. Off-screen, O'Neill was respected as a dedicated craftsman and colleague. Sadly, Dick O'Neill passed away on November 17, 1998, at the age of 70, from natural causes, closing a career filled with memorable supporting performances. Arnold Johnson appeared in Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 69, playing Fletcher Thomas the kind-hearted and charming suitor of Estelle Mother Winslow. Fletcher's relationship with Estelle added a layer of warmth and romance to the series, reminding audiences that love and companionship can thrive at any age. His gentle humor and wisdom provided balance to the more chaotic elements of the Winslow household, and his bond with Estelle demonstrated values of devotion, respect, and resilience. Fletcher became a fan favorite for showing that older characters could be portrayed with dignity, joy, and vitality rather than stereotypes. Beyond Family Matters. Arnold Johnson had a prolific career as a character actor in both television and film. He appeared in Shaft 1971 and in TV staples. Like Sanford and Son the Jeffersons' Good Times and Diff'rent Strokes, building a reputation for portraying memorable, down-to-earth characters. Johnson was admired for his reliability as a performer and his ability to infuse roles with warmth and humor, making him a fixture in American television for decades. Though he never sought the spotlight, his steady body of work left a deep impression on audiences. Sadly, Arnold Johnson passed away on April 10, 2000 at the age of 78, closing the chapter on a career that had quietly but firmly contributed to the golden era of television comedy. Venus DeMilo Thomas joined Family Matters in 1993 at the age of 16, portraying Casey, one of Laura Winslow's high school friends. Casey added youthful energy to the show, often appearing in episodes centered around teenage life friendship and the challenges of growing up. With her upbeat and supportive nature, Casey helped highlight Laura's personal journey, showing the importance of friendship amidst the comedic chaos of the Winslow household and Steve Urkel's antics. Though not a major recurring character, she contributed to the sense of realism that made Family Matters resonate with young audiences. Beyond the show, Venus DeMilo Thomas became well known for her role as Roxy in the teen soap opera California Dreams 1994-1996, and appeared in several other television projects including Sister Sister and The Bold and the Beautiful. She later moved away from mainstream acting and pursued work behind the camera and in voiceover, while also remaining engaged with fans through nostalgia conventions. Thomas has been admired for gracefully transitioning into life outside of Hollywood while still honoring her past work. As of 2025, Venus DeMilo Thomas is 48 years old. Shavar Ross joined Family Matters in 1992 at the age of 21, portraying Weasel Eddie Winslow's mischievous and somewhat shady friend. Weasel was often involved in humorous schemes, questionable advice, and antics that highlighted Eddie's challenges in choosing the right path during his teenage years. Though not a major character, Weasel represented the kind of peer influence that parents worried about, and his appearances often served as comedic, cautionary tales. Ross's comedic timing and natural energy made the role enjoyable, and he fit seamlessly into the Winslow universe of recurring friends. Outside of Family Matters, Shavar Ross was already well known to television audiences, particularly for his role as Dudley Johnson Arnold's best friend on Diff'rent Strokes. He also appeared in Magnum P.I. and had a notable role in the horror classic Friday the 13th, A New Beginning 1985. Beyond acting, Ross later became an entrepreneur, director, and youth pastor, dedicating much of his life to helping young people. His career demonstrated versatility from child actor to adult mentor and creative professional. As of 2025, Shavar Ross is 54 years old. Clyde Kusatsu appeared in Family Matters in 1991 at the age of 43, playing Principal Edgar Shimada, Laura Winslow's school principal. Principal Shimada was a patient, firm, and often humorous authority figure who represented the academic side of the Winslow children's lives. He provided both comic relief and moral lessons reflecting the balance of discipline and understanding that shaped Laura and Eddie's teenage years. Kusatsu's performance gave authenticity to the school setting, adding to the sitcom's relatability. In real life, Clyde Kusatsu has built an extensive career in television and film, often cast as doctors, teachers, and authority figures. He appeared in Star Trek: The Next Generation, All in the Family, Magnum P.I., and later had recurring roles on All American Girl and The Young and the Restless. His film credits include Midway 1976 and Paradise Road 1997. Kusatsu has also been active in union leadership, serving as president of SAG-AFTRA Los Angeles, where he advocated for actors' rights. His dedication to representation for Asian American actors has made him a respected figure in Hollywood. As of 2025, Clyde Kusatsu is 77 years old. Fred Willard appeared on Family Matters in 1994 at the age of 61, playing Vice Principal Mallet, a comically awkward school administrator who clashed with students and teachers alike. His exaggerated mannerisms and sometimes clueless behavior made him a humorous foil within the high school setting, injecting lightheartedness into storylines involving Laura and Eddie. Willard's sharp wit and improvisational style made the character shine even in limited screen time. Beyond Family Matters. Fred Willard enjoyed a prolific career as one of America's most beloved comedic actors. He was best known for his collaborations with director Christopher Guest in mockumentary films, such as This Is Spinal Tap, 1984, Waiting for Guffman, 1996, Best in Show 2000, and A Mighty Wind, 2003. On television, he appeared in Everybody Loves Raymond: Modern Family and countless sitcoms where his offbeat humor made him a standout guest star. Willard was married to playwright Mary Willard until her death in 2018, and together they had one daughter. Known for his warmth and professionalism, he remained active in comedy into his later years. Sadly, Fred Willard passed away on May 15, 2020 at the age of 86 from natural causes, leaving behind a rich legacy of laughter. Sherman Hemsley guest starred on Family Matters in 1994 at the age of 56, playing Captain Savage Carl Winslow's tough and commanding boss. True to his name, Captain Savage often barked orders with exaggerated gruffness, adding comedic tension to Carl's already stressful work environment. Though his appearances were brief, Hemsley's sharp timing and booming delivery made the character memorable, further cementing the workplace humor that balanced the show's family-driven heart. Outside of Family Matters, Sherman Hemsley was already a television icon. He was beloved worldwide for his role as George Jefferson in All in the Family and its spin-off The Jeffersons, 1975-1985, a groundbreaking sitcom that ran for 11 seasons. He later starred in Eamon 1986-1991 as Deacon Ernest Fry and lent his unmistakable voice to animated series such as Dinosaurs. Hemsley never married and was known as a private man preferring a quiet life off-screen despite his fame. His contributions to television comedy remain profound, with George Jefferson ranked among the most iconic sitcom characters in history. Sadly, Sherman Hemsley passed away on July 24, 2012 at the age of 74 from complications of lung cancer, leaving behind a legendary comedic legacy. Who is your favorite character from Family Matters? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.